All right. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. We are here with Burning Silence and their Valentine tournament. $200 cash prize all the way up to the finals. It is going to be action-packed for 3 days. And we've got some really good teams in here tonight. All right, match number 1 is going to be Myanmar, one of the larger land maps, and we've got a very southern flight path here coming out of Impala all the way up towards the western side. We might see a lot of these teams kind of move toward the north, kind of getting away from that flight path, but directly in this flight path is Los Llanos, Pecado, El Pozo, kind of up there towards the end of the flight path, but a little ways off of it, just in time to be able to get out there, get the teams to loot up, suit up, and grab what they need to take on these action-packed tonight. We've got teams jumping off really early in this flight path, so with that, they may be able to head out to San Martin, the Power Grid, Hacienda. There's some good places for these teams to right here to jump out and grab what they need and get away from the zone. So as you can see, our zone is going to still stay in Los Llanos. Definitely going to see some fights here right off the bat here, as teams are making their way down to the ground to grab what they need. All right, no fights just yet, but we've got quite a few teams kind of toward the south side of the way south of Los Llanos, but we've got team 3, R8, down in the area with team 22, XIM SG. Wait, we've got another one descending down from team 16. Gets lit up before even hitting the ground. One lovely hits the ground with very little health and as quickly has gotten an elimination for the team. All right, and right behind. So the team 16 is going to be moving. So team 16, OMERTA Esports, down to just a team of 3 now, but they do have an elimination. Well, let's head right back over with R8 and team 22, XG. They picked up an elimination there off of R8. R8 is in trouble here. They are down to just 2 members, and they haven't even been on ground very long. 311 taking some shots. So R8 being a duo, and they are surrounded here. And we got another fight going over in Tremersa. Let's hop over there. And it looks like Team 9, RICHx Esports, is going to be down to, very well, could be down to just a duo here. They do have one elimination on the board for the team. Team 21 have lost a member as well, so they are going to be a team of 3. So team 21, Revolution 5. We've got a whole bunch of teams kind of stacking up here. We're going to keep an eye on a lot of these teams. We've got 2 teams in El Pozo. Let's go over here to team 18. Fearless 4 getting that revive. So they're going to be staying alive with a full squad. A team of 10 over there with them. That's going to be Sailing Esports. Nice shots from long range. Luxury is down, and a member of Team 10 closing in fast. Luxury down and out. Fearless 4 now down to a duo if they can get the revive. Looks like Hawa maybe down. Don't think that revive's gonna take place, so they're gonna be Fearless 4 moving forward right now. It looks like they're gonna be just a solo here. All right, Tatopani. Let's see, is it going to be able to get an elimination? Gets a few shots. Tatopani down and out. Fearless 4 has been eliminated. We've got R8 that has been eliminated as well. So far we've gotten 2 teams that have been sent back to the lobby where they were going to wait for match 2. Jumping in right in with Team 20 here. Invisible Zombies with 2 eliminations. All right, Team of 14, and they started out this match with just being a team of 3 and have quickly been taken down to a solo. So Team 14, Golden PHYRA. The last member just kind of laying low and letting a Team of 20 kind of loot the area. All right, we've got a couple teams that are out there in El Pozo that are still out there in the blue zone. Let's go drop in with Team 8. Rapid Emotion, Team 8, playing out in the blue zone, taking it slow and steady here. Sailing Esports is still out in El Pozo, getting any last minute supplies, anything that they need. Oh, let's Team 5, Team Entity. Nice drop there by Hope. Hope with another good drop. All right, so Entity with the 2 drops there, and they have a member down. That looks like that member is going to be revived. Hope laying down some fire, trying to protect the, trying to get. All right, Team 11, Night Raid. And they are, looks like they are hurting. They've got 3 of their members down. Not a boy. Last one still stands. Is going to try to go for a revive, and his nice jump shot there by Hope. Hope with 3 eliminations did an excellent job laying down cover fire as they were trying to get that member back up. All right, Team Entity with 4 eliminations, and inside Los Leonos. All right, our zone is getting smaller. Our teams are going to be rotating in. Team 13, URZA Esports. They have 1 elimination. But it looks like they've got 4 sexy frogs in their area. URZA Esports definitely staying close, staying tight with one another, which makes it really good here, as they do have 4 sexy frogs that are kind of they are scattered out, but still very close to one another to be able to loop around. Snow closing in, definitely has a corner covered. Vortex and Zeus both kind of pinned in a corner. Their only way kind of is going to be jumping off and getting into the water there. But by doing that, we'll definitely be sitting ducks. Blendani gets knocked and is eliminated. 4 sexy frogs with an elimination. URZA now down to just a team of 3. All right, we've got teams moving into Los Leonos. Let's head right over to YG. Shotgun in hand. Oh, and gets dropped and taken out. Team 22 now going to be just a duo with 3 eliminations. Team 19, Storm. They have 1 elimination. Ooh, gets dropped up. All right, Team 19 picks up another elimination. They do have 2 members down. Char fighting to keep the team alive. Nicely done with a shotgun in hand, coming right off of a heal up there. All right, it's going for the revive, so they're going to be sitting as a duo now. Fourteen teams remain for match number 1. All right, a few members of Team 8 kind of rolling through here. Team 20 just kind of letting them roll through, which is good here. Does kind of buy them a little bit of time. All right, Team 19 falling back into Los Leonos a little ways. And 4 sexy frogs pick up the last 2 members of URZA. That blue zone is closing in quickly here. Yes, correction. They'd be swimming ducks. The URZA, as they were down over in the Petro area. Devil coming in with an elimination for Team RICHx. RM closing in very quickly here. All right, RM holding back just a little bit, trying to wait for that prime opportunity to push forward. All right, our teams are rotating in now. We've got a lot of teams coming from the south side of Los Leonos. We might see a lot of fights here. All right, RICHx Esports trying to get out of the way. And Hope gets some more drop and some eliminations. Hope up to 5 eliminations for the team, bringing them to a total of 6. Team Entity bringing the heat here. All right, Slaughter, last one that still remains for a Golden PHYRA. All right, our play zone and now starting to close in. We've got a shift, still keeping Los Leonos, just portions of Los Leonos still in the zone. And 4 sexy frogs down to just a duo. Snow with some shots. Nice hits. Gets a Devil got the Jiva stuck. Ooh. Almost got hit there. Helmet has been eliminated. Does Snow get the drop on? Snow goes down and is down and out. Lux, last one, still stands now for 4 sexy frogs. With that zone starting to bite, they're gonna have to push their way in. 13 teams remain, and our circle has just gotten a little bit smaller. Team Entity picks up another elimination and bringing them now to a total of 7. Hope is definitely laying down the fire and getting the eliminations for the Team Entity. All right, R5, one member still stays alive for Team 21. Team 6. And they are sitting as a team of 3. Currently at 0 eliminations. They do have plenty of time remaining. All right, we still got a few teams that are out, just outside zone, still making their way in. Team 7, Extreme Slayers. They are about as close as you can get to the center zone without actually being directly in the center zone. They do have a small group of houses here that's going to provide them a little bit of cover. Chris with Team 10 gets some good hits. Luco there, nicely done, a long range, and does get the drop on a Char. Looks like a Zenti kind of closing in, picking up these eliminations. And it looks like RICHx is kind of in a trouble. They've got 2 teams that are kind of pushing right on top of them. Team 20 for sure is right above RICHx Esports. down to just 12 teams. Definitely got quite a few teams kind of taking their time of moving into the zone. All right, team 6 back up to a team of 3. Team Entity may be in some trouble. They're kind of down in the middle of a whole bunch of teams. Team 20. And Invisible Zombies slowly making their way into zone. Looks like they dropped two members as they were coming into zone. They're up to 2 eliminations as they're making their way closer and closer to the zone. It is a mad scramble here trying to get into the zone as the zone is getting smaller. 7 teams are remaining and it is an all-out brawl here. Teams are starting to drop really quickly as the zone Team 20 gonna get that revive, keeping them a team of 2. Team of 17, IBS. Full squad, 4 eliminations. They're staying very close. They have a Team 20 that's just on the other side. So they could easily pick up another 2 eliminations here. Team 10. They've got to 9 eliminations. Javi down for IBS. IBS is, it's like they're in a little bit of trouble out there in the blue zone. And then down and out they go. Stayed out there in the blue zone way entirely too long. Team Entity just made it in. Nexus OP. Last one still stands. Nice grenade. That was a absolutely well-placed grenade. And Team Entity down and out. 3 teams remain. Chris running, trying to run some people over. Just avoids that grenade. Team 6 pinned down. Nowhere really where to go. Got Team 7 on their right. Team 10 closing fast. Team 10 with 2 members down. Team 6 down and out to the zone. 2 teams remain. This is This is a 3v1. Team 10, 13 eliminations. Chris trying to get it. Gets a drop and is quickly taken out. GG's. All right, that is it for match 1. XS taking that chicken dinner. SLP coming in second. ARZ coming in third. Entity coming in fourth. RM coming in fifth. IBS coming in sixth. INV coming in seventh. 4 Sexy Frogs coming in eighth. R5 coming in ninth. Rich coming in 10th. OME coming in 11th. Golden PHYRA coming in 12th. STW coming in 13th. URZA Esports coming in 14th. XG coming in 15th. NR coming in 16th. Fearless 4 coming in 17th. And R8 coming in 18th. That's going to be for match number 1. Hope with from Entity going all out with 6 eliminations. Nexus with the best companion keeping Entity alive. And XS BM922 with that finish kill, giving them the chicken dinner for match number 1. All right, y'all, hang tight. We'll get you into match number 2 here as quickly as we can. All right. Match number 2. We're going to be here in Rondo. Now, Rondo is another one of the larger land maps, but is kind of the wide open area. But what makes this map very unique is that teams can recall their teammates back once they've been eliminated. All right, we've got one flight path. Another unique thing about this map is could have 2 flight paths. All right, our teams are going to start jumping out momentarily. We've got Test Track next on Factory Stadium. These 3 places are going to be probably hotspots for these teams, as they are going to be jumping out. All right, teams are making their way out. We may have some really quick fights here. STW has a member down already. Gets an elimination. ARZ down to just a team of 3. Night Raid picking up an elimination. XG with 2 eliminations, grabbing at that revive as quickly as they can. ARZ, 3 eliminations. Let's see. SCW, with 1 member still alive, is now going to could actually go for a recall tower and bring back their entire team. And that looks like that's where they are going, but needs to be extremely careful as Nexus OP with Entity, that is right there, covering the recall tower. Got quite a few teams in the Mayran. Let's jump over here. We have about 4 teams. We have 3 teams on ground. Fearless 4. RM. And INV. All right, currently none of our teams have completely been eliminated. All right, let's head over to Test Track where we have 3 teams on in the area. URZA, RICHx, and 4 Sexy Frogs. as URZA is controlling the top part of the building here inside the test track. Does give them an advantage to be oversee the area. Snow definitely got taken out. Nowhere really to run, was being closed in by two members of RICHx Esports. Trooper 24K down. A problem with 4 Sexy Frogs is down and out. All right, let's see. 4 Sexy Frogs gonna have Joy Boy is gonna be, I believe, doing the revive here. Headed for that revive, bringing back both Problem and Snow. So that's gonna be bringing them back to a full 4 squad. RICHx Esports down and out. They've completely been eliminated. And Storm, the last one still stands. Needs to get to a revive tower, could bring back the other 3 members. Oh, lovely with OME down and out. Alright, Chexy. Shotgun in hand, does get a drop and then it gets dropped. Iron pushing in with a grenade. XG getting that revive. They are out in the zone, so they have to be careful here. Iron chunking those grenades. And is moving in really quickly. Iron may be in a little trouble. Both members of XG pushing quick. Iron escapes a little bit, almost gets taken out. Trying to heal up quickly as possible. Gets healed up and back in the fight. Gets a beautiful drop. Bravo tries to get a molly into the building. Wagoon down and out. Bravo's still trying to keep the team alive, trying to get another elimination, and Iron just keeps giving them the slip. Iron picks up another elimination of 4 OME. We have quite a few teams that are still remaining. All right, teams are rotating in as the zone is starting to close in on them. 18 teams remain And our zone is getting a little bit smaller. XS Winner has some really good eyes on 4 sexy frogs. Winner kind of just kind of hanging out in a really good position. XS definitely in a good position here. About as close as the center they can get. Have a nice high point. All right, no other teams are in that area though. Zone closes in. So we're going to see a lot of these teams are going to more than likely start going out to zone. So they have to pay attention to their health here as the zone is going to start taking it away fairly quickly. Fearless 4 playing out in the blue zone. In a Mayran. MANIC. Null playing it safe. It could have an opportunity here to get an elimination. Null moving in. This is going to be a 1v1 here. Null gets tagged quite a bit. But out there in that zone, it's going to be a very tough. We'll keep an eye on them. Let's move here with the NR. So, Night Raid. Night Raid and ARZ going at it here. Let's see. Looks like both teams are gonna kind of go their separate ways and regroup. 18 teams that still remain. All right, OME down to a team of 3. Let's see, can I get a revive here? Potential revive. And it looks like R8's gonna take that elimination. R8 up to 3 eliminations for the team. It is about to get extremely brutal here. As we have teams that are still 18 teams remaining. Zone is closing in. These teams are going to have to push quick, fight fast. IBS CLAWS. Javi is down. Not a team member in close enough in range for a revive, but R8 holding them down. You have a MANIC closing in as well. R8 up there at the top of the hill has some good placement. Tsunami bot down for MANIC. IBS closed in, trying to get these revives. And they are quickly down and out. 15 teams remain. All right, teams are starting to drop. URZA with 3 eliminations and being a duo team here. R5 quickly pushing uphill. URZA may be in a little bit of trouble. And a mortars just there just went off along with some grenades. R5 boxing in a URZA. URZA is going to be in trouble here. Nice drop by Zeus and an elimination. R5 now down to 3 players remain. Zeus, the last one, still stands. And is down and out. R5, a nice push, and only lost a member. 11 teams are remaining for match 2. All right, Cloudy with R8 trying to move in. All right, we have 10 teams remain. Quite a few of our teams are still outside the zone, waiting patiently for that zone to shift and push them in. Hershey's got low on health, quickly was able to heal back up. All right, winner going in for that revive. Definitely gonna get that revive taken care of. Entity, 6 eliminations and a team of 3, or a duo team, excuse me. All right, R5 doing some damage on R8. R8 definitely down to just a duo that are still alive right now. And R8 down and out. It is about to be brutal as the zone is closing in and 8 teams are remaining. It is going to be an all-out brawl here for the last little bit of the zone. The teams are going to start dropping really quickly. 4 sexy frogs holding down the zone here. Looks like STW are down and out. Joy Boy getting the revive. Getting a revive. ARZ. Looks like they are going to be trying to quickly close in. Up to 14 eliminations and 4 sexy frogs that have been eliminated. Wagoon with XG kind of playing it safe here. And INV with potentially a duo if they can get if the revive can take place. That zone's closing. It's going to be extremely hard here for a revive. And 8 is going to try to just get out of here, trying to keep the team alive and get into zone. But it's moving nicely done. Quick switch there. Was able to pick up an elimination. And is down and out. 8. Alright, so Storm with ARZ down and out to zone. 5 teams are remaining. Now we've got 4. R5. Entity. And XS. Nexus up there with XS. Nexus OP needs to figure out which way to go around. Winter closing in. Nexus being pinned down. Canic shotgun in hand, gets the drop, and is caught in the reload. And 2 teams remain. XS and R5. This is going to be a 2v1. Alright, so this is a 2v2, it looks like. 2v2! This is going to make great for a great end of the circle here between some really two good teams. (922) gets tagged quite a bit. XS kind of pinned behind the corner. Can't really go around. They're going to be hitting that blue zone. Blue zone closing in. Winter shooting and moving forward. Shuzzy down and out. GG's. Nicely done. XS with a chicken dinner. R5 coming in second. ARZ coming in third. Entity coming in fourth. XG coming in fifth. INV coming in sixth. 4 Sexy Frogs coming in seventh. STW coming in eighth. SLP coming in ninth. R8 coming in at 10th. Fearless 4 coming in 11th. URZA coming in 12th. NR coming in 13th. MANIC coming in 14th. Golden PHYRA coming in 15th. IBS coming in 16th. OME coming in 17th. RM coming in 18th. And RICHx coming in 19th. Stars of the match. Suzzy going all out with R5 with 7 eliminations. Joy Boy with 4 Sexy Frogs with the best companion, keeping the team alive with the 2 rescues, and Winner with XS dealing that final kill, giving them the chicken dinner for match number 2. All right, that is it for match 2. We're going to get you here as quickly as we can into match number 3. All right, our last and final match for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for their second group. A part of this tournament. Our last match gonna be Erangel. This is home to a lot of these players, a lot of these teams. So they kind of know where all the ins, the outs, and everything in between on this map. So you'll see everything from long range, short range, to close combat, everything. And we have our flight path coming out of Milta Power all the way up to shooting range. You have Rozhok, Boatyard, School, Pachinki, Yasnaya Polyana, Severny. You have at Georgia Pool. You have great places for these teams to jump out, loot up, suit up, and prepare for the last battle tonight. And we have teams jumping out really early on. So we might see them kind of go towards maybe farm, maybe even into the military base where they can pick up a car in the farm area and move over into. And we got a lot of our teams are going towards the School Pachinki area, which is going to make for some very quick fights. We've got teams that jumped into Milta Power. Let's go. IBS with Milta Power all to themselves right now, so they're going to loot and grab what they need. We've got several teams here. We got RM that is in Milta, along with ARZ. I believe they did pick up an elimination. So right across the street is going to be RM. And it looks like they are scattered out quite a bit here. And then you have ARZ just on the other side, the north part of Milta. And they are staying very close to one another, being able to loot and grab what they can. So if any one of those team members of ARZ goes down, they can quickly try to move in and get a revive. RM the same way. Head up into Severny, R8. And Rich. They are in a Severny. Cloudy, kind of low in health, needs to find some health and heal up. I believe that Cloudy just picked up a first aid there. All right, Gold Leaf. Kind of waiting and trying to see what to happen here. All right, 311 and Cloudy. This is a 2-on-1. This is not a fair fight here. Cloudy moving quickly in, and it looks like a nice jump shot. It does get in the drop, but off in the distance had a member of Rich there, did get the drop on Cloudy. 311 gonna move in, get that revive. Moving back into ARZ, where they picked up 3 eliminations already. Let's head into Georgia Pool, where we have 4 Sexy Frogs. They are hurting. They have 2 of their members that have been dropped. Snow hurting in health. And a problem, kind of the last one that is still standing here, working hard to try to get to some revives. Alex with NR has that corner pinned down. A problem is going to be a tough revive for Problem to get over to both of their members that are down. Snow gets healed back up nicely. NR just being a team of 3 here. And it looks like one of their members has been eliminated and or disconnected. Let's see. Alright, Scenes gets hit and is able to get in the building just in time before completely being taken out. And a Problem does make it over and gets the revive on Lux. Lux is then going to turn around and get the revive for Joy Boy. So, 4 Sexy Frogs staying as a complete squad here. Tables have turned. NR now still with being a duo here. They are outnumbered and outgunned. Alright, let's quickly hop over to STW, where they are in the shooting range. And a Fearless 4 rolling through. And it looks like STW lived to see just another time. Still full squad. We'll keep an eye on both of our teams that are in a Georgia pool here. As that zone closes in, they are going to be playing in that blue zone. So they're going to have to pay attention to their health and both of the... Alright, URZA over here. We've got a member in the shooting range driving on through. 17 teams are remaining, dropping in ARAZIEL School Hill. We have Golden PHYRA. And SLP. Novia shotgun in hand. Nicely done. It gets that elimination, going in for revives. And they're going to get completely healed back up. They have 5 eliminations and a full squad. Zeus and a Vortex, both Vortex just been eliminated. Zeus is down. Can a revive get taken place here? Zion trying to find... Alright, Zeus quickly eliminated. So URZA Esports now down to just a duo. Alright, XG, a team of 2. And our zone shifts to the east side. This is going to be make very interesting for last couple zones. All right, R5 are rolling through. It's gonna set up very nicely. Looks like they're gonna move all the way over to the east side coast there and be able to set up and wait patiently as the teams are starting to rotate in. All right, looks like our teams that were over in Georgia Pool separated, went ways, and they are trying to fight for the zone. NR still being a duo out there in the blue zone. MANIC coming in from the south side, coming in from a Milta. INVZ. All right, Entity kind of went through really quickly there. INV, it looks like they're struggling here. Spins that taken out long range. Hope with those long range shots, and is moving in, going for that revive now. They did lose a member in that process, but they did pick up 4 eliminations. All right, Ace OP being revived. We'll keep an eye on those teams. Let's head over. R8. All right, there's not another member close by. That's going to be an elimination there. STW with 2 eliminations. In R8, now gonna look. Let's go check in. They're gonna be a duo team as they are making their way into the zone, coming in from Kamishki. All right, NR coming through Boatyard, moving very quickly, getting into zone. SLP full squad. They are still sitting as a full squad, 3 eliminations. And they are getting inside the zone. Presented down and out. Looks like maybe, oh, definitely down and out. Was not able to get to zone just in time. But Chris, along those shots, trying to keep Entity out there in the blue zone. All right, Chris is gonna start making their way into zone. Teams are starting to bunch up here. Fearless 4 up north, holding it down, holding that northern zone down. As STW making their way in. Did they avoid? They very well could have. They did. Looks like they're going to avoid Fearless 4. All right, Fearless 4 makes it into zone and good positioning. They are in the center of the zone here. All right, IBS started out with a team of 3. They are just now a duo here. XS has got them outnumbered, and it looks like they're going to try to do a push, a 1-by-1 here. Beautiful grenade. And XS comes out on a top. All right, teams are trying to find their place here, trying to find a good position here as the zone is starting to close in. We still have two teams that are out there kind of close to the zone. We've got NR, 4 Sexy Frogs, and a user. Let's jump in here. Zany still out there, is in the shooting range, in the bunker, or in shelter, not shooting range, is in shelter. So it's going to be a tough one here to try to get out of here. Almost like 4 Sexy Frogs are just going to kind of leave. They are going to make their way into the zone. All right, looks like the teams are starting to find their own little real estate here as the zone closes in. These teams are well scattered out for as large as the zone is still. And Fearless 4 still holding up the center of the zone. And the zone shifts. Looks like a MANIC picked a really good place to kind of hang out for a little while. So they are very close to the zone. They can slide right on in if they need to. STW sliding right past R5. Suzzy with some shots, didn't get any hit markers. Looks like R5 is gonna push right in onto STW. All right, it looks like a member R5 just got eliminated, now being a team of 3. And they are quickly trying to push in. Char in trouble. All right, pushes right to the team. Looks like they're gonna regroup. We've got Team Entity closing in on STW. We'll hang out right here just momentarily. We've got some action here. Let's jump. R8 down to just a duo here. ARZ closing in fast, and they are staying along that the water here, keeping the water on their side. STW pushing into zone. Entity up there as well. Looks like mortars are going off between ARZ and R8. Zone's closed in. Alright, XS down to just a duo. And it looks like 4 sexy frogs that did a very quick push here. Alright, 4 sexy frogs, a team of 3. A snow shotgun in hand. Alright, both members. Oh, Snow gets a drop taken out. Winter inside with a shotgun gets a drop, but Joy Boy coming in with a clutch there and takes out XS. 10 teams remaining. MANIC picking up 3 eliminations now, and they are down to just a duo as well. And Cloudy has Entity in a sight. Just waiting for the clearing of the smoke, but Entity making it extremely hard there. And our zone is about to shift, gets a little bit smaller. 9 teams are remaining. Fearless 4. Several members. They do have a member down. Looks like they did get the other revives, keeping them a full squad. MANIC down and out. ARZ Entity up on top of the hill. User trying to slide in, staying low. Ace OP, a last one still standing for Entity. And it's so slowly trying to play the zone, trying to get in and stay alive. Fearless 4 making a quick push. And I think they are down and out. ARZ picks up some more eliminations. They're up to a total of 6 eliminations and a duo. Ace OP's coming in. Ace OP coming out on top for Entity, picking up some 2 eliminations, putting them now with 11 eliminations. 3 teams remain. STW being a duo team here. User last one, Zane. Laying low, using that tree is absolutely amazing cover. Was not paying attention to what was behind. Ace OP gets an elimination, bringing Entity up to 12. This is a 2v1. Can Ace OP clutch the win? And is quickly taken out, trying to go all out there. Nicely done. STW with that chicken dinner. Entity coming in second. User coming in third. 4 sexy frogs coming in fourth. XG coming in fifth. ARZ coming in sixth. Fearless 4 coming in 7th. R8 coming in 8th. MANIC coming in 9th. NR coming in 10th. XS coming in 11th. R5 coming in 12th. SLP coming in 13th. IBS taking 14th. INV coming in 15th. Golden PHYRA coming in 16th. RICHx Esports coming in 17th. OME coming in 18th. And RM coming in 19th. GG's nicely done. Ace OP with Entity going all out with 7 eliminations. Definitely putting up those points for the team. And then doing extremely well to the very end. Luxury with a Fearless 4. Best Companion keeping the team alive with 3 rescues. And Livy with the final kill for STW. GG's to the teams that play tonight. We will see y'all tomorrow night for the second group of the Burn in Silence Valentine tournament at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all also for tuning in and hanging out, being in the chat. I'll catch y'all on another stream at another time.